Child's pose. Yeah. Your feet together, your knees together, or your feet together and your knees separate. Your arms can be forward or they can be back. And as I said yesterday, enjoy the sounds and smells of New Jersey. Yes. Yoga's about learning to adapt, right? If we learn to adapt on our yoga mat, things in the real world seem a little bit easier sometimes. Sometimes, no guarantees. Spread the palms wide. There should be a little lift of your forearms. Yeah. Itchy foot. Do you want me to walk around and scratch parts? Yeah. I've got an itchy arm. Yes, right? New marketing. I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine. Yes. Press up onto all fours, tabletop position. Yeah, when you come to tabletop, bring your hands in a little closer, so they're a little bit more under the shoulders and like an inch in front. Curl your toes into the mat. Yeah, perfect. Sink the spine down and look forward. Real basic to start. Yeah. Exhale, round the spine deeply and look in. Good. Try it again. Inhale, sink the spine down and look forward. Exhale, round the spine deeply and look in. Again, inhale, sinking spine down, looking forward. Exhale, connect, round, and look in. Extend the right leg back in space, flex the foot. With the right leg lifted, round the right knee and the forehead in. Extend the right leg back and drop into a little bit like of an up dog. So it's like kind of cat and cow with the leg lift. So sinking and rounding and hollowing out the belly, draw the knee in. Extending the right leg out and kind of dropping down a little. Try it again, round and look in. Extend, flex. Come on, we got a spot over here for you. One more, hug in. Extend out. Good, lower the knee down. Float the left leg into space. So another option is to go over here if you want to be closer to me. Yeah, whatever you want. Or slide up a little bit. Yeah, or right here. You can go here, come over here. This is a better spot. Yeah, you could be more in it. I mean, maybe you don't want to be. You're like, I want to be as far away from you as possible. I actually am going to the front yard. Yeah, exactly. Hug the knee in, round in. We got a rowdy crew, right? Extend the leg out, flex, and sink down. Good. Connect with yourself, round in. I'm glad everyone's got a good sense of humor, because you know what? Life is too short to be too serious. Sinking and looking forward. Yep. Rima's in a nice quiet house. She's like, what's wrong with all these people? Rounding and looking in. Extending and flexing out. Good. Keep going like this. Hug in. Extend out. Yeah, one more, hug in. And extend out, flex the foot. Lower the knee down. Does Amazon have a package for us? Lift the hips, down dog. Down dog. Alan talks to the thing. He's like, what did my wife buy today? Yeah, yeah. You have 17 packages. You've just arrived at your front steps. Okay, so bend a little behind your knees. Perfect. And then breathe your hips way up off your shoulders here in this down dog. And press down through your thumb, your index finger, your baby finger. Move the shoulders away from your ears. That's the best cue I think I ever learned in a down dog, because you don't want to dump down. So move your shoulders away from your ears. That's it. Broaden your outer triceps in. And rather than looking like all the way back, just find a nice neutral dristi. And breathe. You can keep your knees as bent as you need throughout the entire practice. And that's where you may find a little bit of success through the backside of the body. Sometimes holding yourself up in this is really honestly the most challenging part, aside from finding Shavasana. Roll forward to plank. So from dog to your first plank, sometimes you need to work it out a little bit. Yeah, the hands need to come forward a little bit further. Stack it up. So Another good trick, look to the front skinny edge of the mat. That's a really good drishti point. Feel your outer triceps hug in. Feel your outer hips hug in. Feel your outer ankles hug in. And look forward with your eyes. That's going to find a nice extension with the neck. And if you need to modify, your knees just simply drop behind you a little bit. And this is the modification. If not, you're holding yourself up in a solid plank. You're feeling the ground beneath you. And you're just breathing. And you're not getting angry, because angry yoga is frowned upon. Yes, so happy yoga is all we do. Drop your knees down so they're behind you and lower halfway to a supported push-up. If you have an injury or something going on, you just hold in supported plank, and that's fine. So try not to go all the way down. Less is more. Re-straighten your arms to supported push-up. So the knees are behind you a little. So Joe, rock more weight forward towards me, and then you're going to find that sweet spot. Perfect. Lower halfway, supported push-up, and pause. Keep the neck neutral. Re-straighten your arms, supported plank. Again, halfway to supported push-up. Re-straighten your arms, supported plank. One more, because you're getting angry. Halfway, supported push-up. Re-straighten your arms, supported plank. Pause. Bring the right hand out about an inch, swing the right leg towards the right, and step into a supported side plank. So everyone's gonna go towards the right with the right knee down. Right knee, Amy Promisel, right knee, Erica. That's it. And then float the left leg up, flex the foot. Perfect. And it's supposed to play with your balance a little. Breathe from your inner left thigh. Yes. Spark it up. Look up a little if you can. Good, look to the floor, come back to the supported plank, inch your left hinges an inch to the left, pivot the left foot out and roll open. So you're just rolling into a supported side plank. This is a really good pose to know. Yeah, breathe the collarbone open. Flex from your inner thigh, lift from that inner thigh, flex the foot. Perfect, really nice. Take it back, supported plank. So you're back with your knees a little behind you. Shift a little bit more weight forward. Halfway supported push-up. Re-straighten your arms, supported plank. This is all we're doing, by the way. Halfway supported push-up. Re-straighten your arms, supported plank. One more. Halfway supported push-up. Re-straighten your arms, supported plank. Lift the knees, plank position. Hips up and back, down dog. Step your right foot all the way forward and through, come to the fingertips and be in a low lunge. Breathe your chest forward. Keep your hands down on the floor if you can. Feel the heaviness of your right thigh, the activation of your back leg. Plant the palms, step to a dog. And if it's not so seamless, don't beat yourself up. Left foot forward, and it may be 3 steps to get your foot all the way forward. That's okay. Activate your back leg. Feel the weight in the entire front foot. Yeah. Be on your fingertips, and you want to feel like you're creating a little bit of an up dog with your chest. And just pause and feel your outer hip hug in. Hands come down. See if you can slide back to dog. So let's try it again. Step the right foot forward on your breath, on your movement. Low lunge with your hands down. You're not coming up yet. Good. Hands come to the floor. See if you can step back to a dog. One more. The left foot slides forward. It should start to get a little bit less crunchy, hopefully. Plant the palms, downward facing dog. Now roll forward to plank position. Find a push-up that works for you. You may want to drop your knees. Pull through an up dog or baby cobra. You pick what works best on your low back. Press to your hands and the tops of the feet. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Look to the top of the mat. You can step your feet there this morning. When you arrive, long spine. Hands can also just slide to your shins if they don't make it to the floor, because you want to find a lot of extension, weight forward. Exhale, fold into yourself, let your head go. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag your hands to prayer at heart, drop your arms. So from the top, just really simple sun A's with the airplane above us. Arms slide straight up towards the sky. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. I mean, this is what we've been waiting for, a day like this. Yes, long spine to prepare ourselves. Step to plank. halfway to your version of a push-up. I don't know how your body feels, so modify or omit it completely. Up dog pulls you through, or baby cobra, you got it. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Perfect. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Good. Look where you want to go. Step, step, or float to the top of the mat. Long spine weight is forward. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Hands to prayer at heart, drop your arms. Again, arms slide straight up towards the sky. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold, let your head go. Come to the fingertips, set it up. Step, step. If you think you can hop back without breaking your foot, then go for it. But if not, just step back, halfway to your push-up. Up dog or cobra. Cobra's with your belly all the way down. Hips up and back, down dog. Each one starts to get a little better, a little less crunchy. Look where you want to go. Step, step, or float, chop a mat. Long spine, keep your weight forward. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer at heart, drop your arms. Again, arms slide straight up towards the sky, go big. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold, let your head go. Come to the fingertips and set it up. Step, step, float light to a chaturanga, or take it out completely and just step to a down dog if you're not into all this other stuff. Up dog is smooth. So the difference between up dog, this is up dog, and this is cobra. So cobra is definitely more passive, guys, if your lower back or anything is bothering you, and then you would just press back down dog from there. Good. Come forward to plank. Take your right knee towards your navel. Yeah. So lift from your shin and activate your toes. So point your toes. Hug into the center line. Your left leg is strong and straight. Your arms are straight up and down. Step the right foot all the way forward and through. Good. Grip the right hip in. Reach your arms forward like this. Yeah, so it's like you're handing someone something and you're hovering over the front thigh. The activation from your back leg squeezes all the way from your heel to your glute, from your side body through your fingertips. Rise to a high lunge. As you come up, if you feel any pressure in your lower back out of the pose, you just soften the back knee, you pull out of it. You can always drop down as well into a supported version of this if it doesn't feel good. So the goal of this practice is to learn about your body, because not every day is blissful and wonderful. Most days are pretty stiff, creaky, and uncomfortable. Good. So we're going to have a little fun, or at least I think it's fun. You'll probably think it's terrible, but you'll step up into a tree pose, okay? And it could be really, really floppy, and it could be messy and ugly. The camera's not on you. Step up, grab your ankle, have your partner help you nearby. Slide your leg into a shape of a tree and then regrow your branches. See, it wasn't so bad. Hook the hips in. Find stability, find balance, find breath. Get over the idea that this needs to be perfect. It doesn't. The arms are going to gather up towards the sky, and now you're going to guide your left leg back into warrior one. So like a nice big step, work beyond proprioception. So Jody, you ended up on the wrong leg, which is fine. So you'll just switch sides next time around. I know, there's always one in every group. The life of the party. It keeps me on my toes. Hands to the floor. Move yourself through a vinyasa or back out and just take a dog and breathe for an extra breath while we do all this other jazz. Once you get to down dog, roll back forward to plank. Hug the left knee in towards the navel. Scoop out your belly, arms are straight up and down. Look forward with your eyes, land your left foot forward and through. Be on your fingertips. I like a little bit of a wider step so it doesn't feel like I'm compressing in my low back. The arms are gonna reach forward. And this is a good check-in. You wanna be high on the ball of that back foot. Side ribs gather in, activation of the lower half of the body. And then you start to rise on your breath and you check in as you come up. Maybe you need to soften your back knee or back out of the pose. Energetically reaching your arms towards the sky. Good. Keep the arms energetically moving up. You're going to guide yourself into tree. And what I do is I use my right hand to gather it up. And then once I get my foot somewhere along the inside of the leg, anywhere, it could be down low on your calf. It can be up high on your inner thigh. Think about gripping your hips in and then reaching up with your arms. Look up a little with your eyes. And the unsteady is what makes the pose interesting. Good. The arms continuously move up. The ribs kind of gather in, and you're going to guide your right leg back, warrior one. So think seamless transitions. Turn your back toes, Amy, a little bit more forward, and I think you'll feel better. Yeah. Steer the right ribs forward. Hands come to the floor. Through a vinyasa or right to a dog, you pick. You could do a half a push-up too, which would just be like a micro bending your elbows. You can do less of everything. Step the right foot forward, crescent lunge. Come up on your breath, your movement. I had to put this in. I mean, the show was so fantastic. And it was the understudy. I mean, how he moved across that stage was just breathtaking. Step up tree. Yeah, doesn't have to be beautiful. When you come to tree, grip your hips in. Yeah. Slide back to warrior one. Take it through a vinyasa or down dog, you pick. From down dog, guide your left foot forward, crescent lunge, move. So first you come up, you get yourself together. Don't anticipate the next thing, just go for it. Step up tree. Guide the right leg back, warrior one. Yeah, steer the right ribs forward. Chaturanga or through a vinyasa. Up dog, hips up and back, down dog. One more time, right foot forward, crescent. Just go with it. Tree pose, step it up. You got it. Warrior one, guide it back. Through a vinyasa or to dog, you pick. Good, nice, Amanda. Left foot forward, crescent, go for it. Just land the feet and breathe yourself up. Good, find your balance and then guide the right leg up into tree. See, it's fun. Yeah, you never thought you'd have fun or use that word. So think about the left leg, grip it in and then guide your right leg back, warrior one. You got it. Take it to the floor, vinyasa. Upward facing, hips up and back, downward facing. Look where you want to go, step or float, top of mat. Long spine, weight is forward, fold, sit into chair. I take chair with my feet separated. I just think it's a little easier on the lower back. Stick your butt way back, yeah. Actually do this, guys. So in your chair, reach your arms forward and rest your stomach on your thigh. So it looks like this. And then lift your chest up. Now lift your chest up. Lift your chest. Keep your legs where it is, I know. Shoot up to stand up, drag it to prayer, drop your arms. Arms slide straight up towards the sky. Sit heavy in your heels, chair pose. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold, let your head go. Come to the fingertips to set it up. Step, step, float, skip, crawl back. Move through yourself through a vinyasa, chaturanga push-up. Up dog, nice. Hips up and back, down dog. Right foot lands, back foot turns, warrior one. Take your time coming up, move on your breath, your beat. Hands come down through a vinyasa, plank to a push-up, to an up dog. Those look good, Anna. Downward facing dog. Left foot forward on your breath. Warrior one, come on up, or crescent lunge. Back down we go through a vinyasa. Upward facing, downward facing, yep. Find down dog and hold. Let your head go, Amanda, let it go. There you go. Keep your arms really straight. Look where you want to land. Step or float through to the top of the mat. Long spine, exhale, fold. Chair pose, once again, heavy in your heels. Stick your butt back, like all the way back to the chickens by the pool. Yeah, the fake chickens. Shoot up to stand up, drag it to prayer, drop your arms. Arms slide straight up towards the sky, sit heavy in your heels, chair pose. My husband bought this for himself, not the children, by the way. And the slide. You should come back this weekend. You could see him going down the slide. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. He'll hook up the sprinkler to it. Long spines prepare. Step or float through a vinyasa. Upward facing. Hips up and back, downward facing. Right foot forward, back foot turns. Warrior one. Crescent lunge is available if your lower back is sensitive. Yeah, so be mindful. Hands come back down through a vinyasa or down dog and hold. If you're not into all the push-ups, just go back to down dog. And then the left foot lands, the back foot turns, rise on your breath. Hands come back down, plank position. Halfway to your push-up, upward facing, hips up and back, downward facing dog. So be mindful, lift your right leg up into space, three-legged down dog. Yeah, flex the right foot. Hug your left hip in. Yeah, perfect. Come forward, point your right toes and hug your knee towards your forehead, round in. Yeah. Exhale, extend the leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Point the toe, come forward, hug it in, scoop it up. Extend it up and back, flex the foot. One more. Hug the knee in, scoop it up and back, up towards the center line. Step the right foot smack in between the hands. Turn the back foot on a strong angle. Don't come up yet. Place your right hand on the instep. If you have a block, place it to the instep of your foot. If you don't have a block, I'll tell you what to do, okay? Take a bigger step, turn your back foot so it's on an open angle. Lean back, press the back of your right tricep against the inside of the leg, and then peel your left arm open. So if you don't have a block, just rest your arm on the inside of the thigh. If you do have a block, your hand can be on that block at the highest setting. Grip the right hip in super strong. Take your left arm and either slide your hand to your hip or wrap it behind you for a little bind, depending on your range of motion. Perfect. So if your arm's just on the top of your thigh, the same action, you can see, yeah, perfect. Crown of the head is moving over the front right foot. Grip the right hip under and turn your ribs, your right ribs, towards the ceiling, towards the sky. And then breathe. Keep bending heavy into that front thigh, even though I know it burns. That's the muscles working. And we want to find what, you know, where we can hold the pose a little bit longer. 3 more breaths. Unravel the left arm and let the strength of your left arm pull you up, warrior two. Warrior two. Externally rotate your thigh, which means your knee, your inner part of your right knee rolls open towards your baby toe. Your arms spread super wide. What happens here is we end up leaning a little more forward. We want to find neutral. Lengthen the tailbone straight down. Fix your eyes anywhere that works for you. That's called your dristi. Maybe even close them and just feel your body holding itself up in space. It's a temporary sensation. Stay with it right here. Stay with it. Straighten the right leg on track. Take your hands to your hips. Pitch the right toes in on an angle. Hands can clasp behind your back if this is comfortable. Inhale the breath, bend a little behind the knees, and then exhale. Be mindful of your neighbor and fold. If having the bind behind your back is something that doesn't feel good in your body, just release the hands and just slide them directly to the ground. Anytime you bend your knees and you fold, shift more weight forward into the balls of your feet. Let your head go. Come up halfway, slide your hands to your hips. In a halfway position, open up your arms super wide. So it's like a big T with your arms. Soften a little behind your knees. Feel your outer hips gripping, and then rise with open arms, palms face forward. From your right hip, turn your right toes forward, your left foot on a little angle, shift into a triangle that works for you. Your hand to your shin or to a block to the outside of your calf. Good. Yeah. So this triangle pose, known as Trikonasana, is a series of triangles inside your body that you're making with like a shape. So in between your inner thighs, underneath your right armpit, kind of a neat pose. Soften behind the right knee a little, guys, and that may give you a little less like intense sensation. Yeah. Stay with it. Good. While we're here, look down. We'll work on balance and float to Ardha Chandrasana. Your hand comes to your hip. You grip the mat or a block out in front of you, and you pop up. It is a balancing pose. I am aware that the pavers are a little uneven, so it is a little more challenging, but you can do it. Yep, you got it. Right hand. So reach for the floor. Yeah. What I like to do is tent the fingertips. Here, I have another block. Yeah. Perfect. Now you're in business. Lift from your inner thigh and take your bottom ribs and turn them towards the sky. Eyes go to the floor, left hand comes down, square the hips, keep the leg in space for a second. Take a giant step back into a lunge. Low lunge, hands to the floor. Step back to plank. Lean on your left hand, Vashisthasana side plank. Stagger the feet, drop the bottom knee like we did early in the practice. Lift through your bottom hip to your top hip. Look up towards the ceiling or the sky. So your right foot could be a little bit more on an angle. Lift a little higher, guys. Plank position, chaturanga. Upward facing. I could drive you home if your arms are dead. Downward facing. Okay, you made it. Breathe your left leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Come forward, hug your left knee towards your navel. So when you do this, think about scooping up, like scoop up your belly, your arms are straight up and down. Extend the left leg up and back, three-legged down dog, flex the foot. Move slow enough so you could feel. Hug the left knee and come forward, scoop up the belly. Extend the left leg up and back, three-legged down dog. One more for good luck, come forward, hug the knee in and up, scoop up the belly. Land your left foot forward and through. Turn your back foot on a strong angle. Good, left hand down, right arm up. Yeah. So place your hand on the inside of your foot or your arm on the top of your thigh if you don't have a block. Yeah. Good. Heavy in that standing front thigh, grip your left hip in And then take your right hand, slide it to your hip or wrap it behind you for a half bind. Turn your bottom ribs and look sideways or look up. Bend a little deeper into that front thigh. You got it. Keep gripping your left hip in. Stay for a few more. So keep bending that front thigh, Erica. Bend. Think 90-degree angle. There you go. Perfect. Unravel your right arm. Let the strength of your right arm pull you up, warrior two. Breathe across your body. Fix your eyes forward. If you're facing this direction, look towards the movie screen. If you're facing out towards the woods, just face out towards the woods. And think of yourself as into the wild. Yes. Fix your eyes, maybe close your eyes. Wrap your inner thigh open. Jody, turn your right toes towards me a little. There you go. The sensation your body creates is just a temporary expression of frustration, right? But if you just breathe and try to like relax into it, the pose kind of seamlessly carries itself onward. 3 more. Good. Straighten your left leg on track. Take your hands this time to your hips. Turn your left toes in. Inhale your breath. You're going to go down the center and you're going to grab onto your big toes with a peace sign grip. Inhale your breath. This is separate leg stretching. Exhale. Let your elbows kind of stretch open and fold. Let your head go. If your head somehow, some reason touches the floor, that's just an indication that you need a smaller step. Shift more weight forward into the fronts of your feet, not so much that you feel like you're going to flop forward. Bend as much behind your knees as you need. Take the round out of the spine if that's possible. Yeah, you got it. So Anna, think elbows open and pull. Come up halfway. Slide your hands to your hips, guys. Open up your arms like a big T. Use the strength of your body to power up to a standing position with your arms wide open. From your left hip, turn your left toes out on an angle. Turn your right toes in. You're setting up for triangle pose. So your left foot faces the front skinny edge of the mat, and then you pivot your left hand to your right left shin or block, and you're set up for Trikonasana. When I use the block in this pose, I generally suggest to place it to the outside of the calf. Did anyone hear how Dave was and you were there? Was he great? Was he great? So? Oh, really? I mean, I like jamming. Okay. Well, we're seeing Shake Your Moneymaker, Black Crowes tonight. He's playing the whole album. I am. Well, you know what? Now it's now or never. Yes. What am I waiting for? Making up for lost time. I've been locked in my house for 3 years. They let me out. They left the key. Good. So grip the left hip in, look down and float up into half moon from here. And if it takes you a couple steps to get into it, that's okay. I like the hand to the hip to kind of get me set. And then I kind of open it up, depending on balance. Focus on your left leg. The standing left leg is the leg that's keeping you up. Grip the hip in. Turn the bottom ribs. Yeah, you wobble, you're unsteady, it's okay. Couple more. Nice work. Look to the floor, right hand comes down. Just square your hips off and then take a giant step back into a low lunge. And then plant the palms, step to a plank, and lean on your right hand for Vashisthasana. So if you're going to stagger your feet, what I recommend is to take your front left foot and turn it on a little angle like warrior 2 foot. There you go. And that really gives you the stability to stay in the pose. Any other variations, stacking the feet, dropping the bottom knee, lift from your bottom hip through your top hip, slide the left arm up or up and over. Nice work. Plank position. Chaturanga. Upward facing pulls you through. Hips up and back, downward facing. Look to the top of the mat, step, step, float your feet there. Long spine on the inhale, exhale, fold, sit into chair pose. We got to get this out of the way. Sit deep into chair. Slide your hands to prayer. Inhale the breath, hook the elbow, twist to the right. Okay, so just be mindful if your lower back is sensitive in this pose, don't go as deep, right? Work on the alignment. Your 2 knees are lined up. Yeah, it generally comes from the hips. Look sideways or look up. And try not to powerhouse through it. Spine is long. Pull around to chair. Shoot up to stand up, drag it to prayer heart, drop your arms. So let me just show you when you air twist. So the idea of chair twist is that your legs and this entire shape of your body creates a box. If you hook, you're hooking and nothing's changing. If lower back is sensitive, you don't want to twist. Like my mom stays up, Sarah stays up, you just air twist. What's more important is that this half of your body is all set. Who cares if you're hooking? Because if I'm hooking and I'm like dumping down, what's the point? So let's try the other side. Sit heavy in your heels, and you of course can do it with your feet together. Yeah, so play with it a little. Drag your hands to prayer. Pray for yourself. Inhale your breath. Hook the elbow and maybe twist, or you could stay a little more upright. If you feel like you're compromising the pose, then don't go as deep. Take your right hip, Jody, way, way back. So think you're sitting on the potty, in a porta potty, and you're not touching anything, and you need to turn to get the tissue. You're praying it's there, and that's where you stop. Watch that you don't take your knee into the toilet bowl. There you go. It's the truth. Pull around to chair. That was better. Shoot up to stand up, drag it to prayer at heart, drop your arms. Okay, so stand, separate your feet just a little bit. Your right leg is gonna be the balancing leg, okay? Soften a little behind the knee. You're like, my right leg sucks. Bend the left leg up, and you're gonna give yourself a little kick. Now, ultimately, you wanna grab with both your hands, okay? So it looks like this. It's like a golf grip, a tennis grip. But if this does not happen, you're welcome to just grab with one hand and let this arm kind of drift back. So this is a back bend. You're standing up really tall. It's like a door hinge. Your 2 knees are sliding past each other. Deb, I left you the strap just in case you needed that. Good. There's a hugging of the shoulder blades together, and you're very upright. Now you're going to begin to hinge. Now, as you hinge forward, you don't want to compromise the pose. So less is more, which means you may only go forward an inch or 2 because it's not King Dancer. It's Bound Warrior 3. Yeah. So think about alignment, gripping the hips in, gathering the shoulder blades together, and holding. Yes. So you're going to let go of the bind. You're going to keep your leg bent for a moment and the arms reach back. It looks like this. Then you're going to straighten your leg. You will be in Warrior 3, 3 breaths. Giant step back, crescent lunge. Hands drag to prayer. Inhale your breath, hook the elbow and twist. Same action. You can stay upright, you can hover, you can hook in, you can drop your back knee. So there's so many ways that you can experience the posture. Just twist the other direction and you're great. Make a little bit of a longer stance, bigger step. Think high on the ball of your foot. You're getting to reflect on nature today. It's wonderful. Yes. Lean back a little bit, get the crown of the head to line up with your back heel. Grip the right hip in super strong. Yeah. Stay with it, guys. Hands to frame your front foot. Drop your back knee, slide the kneecap back a little. Slide your left hand like a little inch forward. Right arm reaches back, so it's going to look like this. This may be where you stop today. Kick the heel up and grab the foot if this is in your body type. If it's not, you're just going to stay with the right arm reaching back and look sideways. Yeah. Watch that your right knee doesn't wing out in this version. You grip it in and you keep your body aligned. Let the foot go. Place both hands to the floor and you're going to walk your right leg out. So you're going to kind of crawl back. So your left knee is straight up and down. Flex the foot. Left hand is going to go directly underneath the left shoulder, or maybe use your block. Peel your right arm open and flex your right foot strong. Look sideways, look up. So the left hand is down on the instep of the straightened right leg and the right arm is spreading open towards the sky. You're playing with balance, you're gripping your hips in, and you're breathing. Right hand down, rebend the leg, step to a dog. Roll forward plank, lower halfway to a push-up. Up dog pulls you through. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Look where you want to go, step or float, top of mat. Long spine, keep your weight forward. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag your hands to prayer, drop your arms. So start with your feet like almost together, a little separated. Bend your right leg up so it's right next to you and see if you can get hold of your ankle. And it may or may not work. You may have to do it with just one hand. You may surprise yourself. So grabbing the right ankle, you're standing on your left leg. So switch legs, Steph, stand on your left leg. Perfect. So just do this much. This could be the whole pose. You don't have to go any further than this because this is a front body opener and this is a back bend. Think about just squeezing your shoulder blades together and having good posture in this pose. Now, if you feel like you're confident in your balance and you begin to hinge forward a little, it's a warrior 3. It's not a king dancer. So it's not aggressive. If you can flex your right foot, go forward. If you can't, just stay with that, square everything off. Soften behind the left knee so you're not going into hyperextension. So keep the right leg bent, keep it close to you, just reach the arms back, like you're holding something. With the arms aggressively reaching back, straighten the right leg slow, warrior 3. Nothing really changes, the heart lifts higher. You can bend deeply in your left leg, but the right leg is straight. Giant step back, crescent lunge. You're on the ball of your back right foot, everybody. So spin the heel up. There you go. Drag the hands to prayer, man, to get your right heel up. Lean out, hook the elbow and twist. You're twisting to the left. Yeah. Air twist, whatever kind of twist you want. Back leg is strong. Chrissy, walk your left foot over to Amy a little more, and I think you'll have a better stability. Amy P, straighten your back leg if you can. You may need a bigger step, longer in width, in length. High on the ball of the back foot. There you go. You're doing well. Yeah. Lean back and twist open more. 2 more. Hands to frame your front foot. Pause. Drop your back knee on an angle. Right hand on the ground. Left arm reaches back. It looks like this. If you can kick your heel up and grab your foot, go for it. If this is not in the cards today, don't do it. Just peel the arm back and take the twist. So just have the leg like this. A little crampy. Good, nice. Just lay on your back and stretch your leg up towards the sky. There you go. 2 more. Good, let it go, both hands to the floor. Straighten your left leg, curl it back, stand up, keep your right toes curled, right hand down directly underneath your shoulder. I would use a block, straighten the left leg out and then peel open. Take your block to the instep of the foot. So you're peeling to the left, guys. You're peeling to the left. Take the block on the inside, other hand, right hand down, left arm up. Flex the foot. There you go. Hug your hip in. Just, oh, Charlie, that happens to my mom. Just rub it out a little. Yeah. Nice work. Both hands to the floor, rebend the leg, step to a plank. Lower halfway to a push-up, pull yourself to an up dog, hips up and back, down dog. Drop to your forearms for dolphin pose. You can clasp your hands and tighten up the stance. Yeah, so it's basically down dog on your forearms without your head touching the ground. Try this, actually, this because this stretches the back side of the body and it may help. Walk your feet 2 inches closer in. Yeah, and if you can, you breathe your right leg up into space. Yeah. Nice work. Lower the right leg down and breathe your left leg up. Lower the left leg down, pause and dolphin. Walk out to a forearm plank. Forearm plank. Yes. One straight line of energy. Draw the navel to the back of the spine. Yes, fix your eyes on one spot that's not moving. Grip the outer triceps in and hold. One hand at a time, plank. Oh boy, hips up and back, down dog. Right knee forward, half pigeon. Yeah, it's a good one. Half pigeon, like you know you're gonna make it. I mean, it's always questionable. You got it. Does that feel okay? Good. I love this song. Yeah, that's my mom in the house. She's got her own little private studio going on. Yeah, exactly.
Give me a sign. Give me. Take me home when I'm done right. Give me a loan when I'm stone cold broke. Get me high when I need. I was broke. I was broke.
All right, bull seat pose is next because it's an outer hip opener and you guys all look like you could use this. So this is how this works, okay? The left leg swings in front, okay? And then what I'm gonna have you do is rock into a tabletop with your knees crossed. So your left knee goes in front of your right knee and you're in a little tabletop. Okay, now before you do anything else, move your feet away from your hips as far as they're gonna go for you, right? And then start to lean back. Now you may get here and be like, that's as far as I can go, and be aware of that. Reach for that block and slide it underneath your butt. Yeah. Your outer hips, TFL, all the insertion points. Take the block, sit on it. Now the idea is that your heels are evenly away from your outer hips. That's right. Do you feel? Then take the block out and sit. Pull the feet away. There you go. Yeah. Arms stretch up. I mean, I go forward here and then I feel a lot. So not every posture, guys, you're going to have like a blast, right? That's okay, because everyone's bodies are built a little different. So if you're feeling too much, then you come out and you sit here. Even if you think you're feeling nothing, you're still getting a stretch. I promise you. Yeah, she's bendy. And then fold. Close your eyes. Breathe here, a few breaths. So if we weren't on pavers, you could go up into an inversion here. Some people go onto their heads and do a whole thing. We're not going to do that. Next year. Yeah. Okay, bring your weight back forward to tabletop on your hands and step to a dog. Slide your left knee forward, half pigeon. So first we do a half pigeon because it's the more traditional hip opener, and then fold. So the left leg comes forward, and I'll just go into this pose and I'll let you know when the next thing's coming. So Jody, sometimes what I do is I curl my toes under, and that keeps me a little bit more on, like more even. Yes, Liz would go up into the headstand there with her legs wrapped and then into a push-up or something, right? It's okay. Bull's horse. Few more breaths. Okay, pull yourself up. I'll guide you through. So first the right leg slides in front of the left, and then your hands come in front of you. You have to rock and you have to kind of slide yourself into a little tabletop, okay? So your right knee is stacked in front of the left knee. Before you go anywhere, walk your feet a little further apart, okay? Then start to lean back. And as you come back, this side may feel different. Maybe you can sit, maybe you have to shove something underneath. Pull your feet as far away from your hips as they can go. Sit upright. So I feel more on this side. I don't need to lean forward, but if you don't feel a lot and you're looking for more, slide the arms up and come forward a little. That's it, yeah. Okay, pull yourself up, unravel your legs into Baddha Konasana. You all know this one. Yeah. You can have it tighter today if that feels good. And then you can fold, or you can just stay upright. It's another one of those poses, like some of us might not feel that much. You're like, I feel nothing. I'm numb. I'm comfortably numb. Everyone's got their strengths. Okay, keeping your feet where they are, lay back and bring your arms up over the top of the head. Anjali Mudra, the arms go up and back. The thumbs are crossed, the pointer fingers towards the back skinny edge of the mat. Your feet are now gonna go flat and your thighs are gonna come together and you're gonna pulse up. So feet together, knees together. Amy, bring your feet in closer to you. There you go. Exhale, you're gonna drop open Baddha Konasana on your back and the arms reach up and back. So just like that, you're gonna bring your feet to the floor and your knees together and you're gonna pulse up. You may need to bring your feet closer to you. Exhale, drop it open. On the exhale breath, pulse up, try and draw the arms forward so the fingertips reach beyond the knees. Exhale, let it go, drop open. Feet to the floor, knees together, pulse up. Exhale, let it go. Pulse up, keep going. Exhale, let it go. 2 more. Pull it up. Yeah. And exhale, let it go. 1 more, pulse it up. Exhale, let it go. Okay, so take the feet hips width distance, lift the hips, bridge. Robot the arms. Yeah. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. The feet are about hips width distance apart. You can clasp the hands behind the back. More traditional way to take bridge pose. You can slide a block underneath your back if you're looking for more of a restorative way to take this. Exhale, let it go. If you're on a block, just stay. Everybody else, repeat or full wheel. Flip your palms, bring your chin to your chest, take a giant breath in, exhale your breath and go up. Steer the feet forward. Yeah, nice, Chrissy. Wrap your inner thighs forward. Exhale, let it go. Hug the knees in towards the chest, give them a giant squeeze in. Yeah. And take your outer blades of your feet for happy baby. Pull the knees down around the rib cage. Can rock a little right, rock a little left. And like, let's do this. Extend your left leg forward and hug your right knee in. Yeah. And then just take the right leg over towards the left for a very simple supine twist. Come up to center. Relax the right leg out, hug the left knee and give it a good squeeze. And take it over the other direction. Just a basic supine twist. Good. Come up to center and find Shavasana, complete rest. Complete rest. Nothing left to do, but just be here. Reach your arms up over the top of the head. Give yourself a really long stretch. Yeah. And then hug your knees in, gather in, squeeze tight. And rock up in your own way to a seated position with your eyes closed if you can. Any way you're facing is fine. So just sit up nice and tall. Let the shoulders draw down the back. And just feel yourself land. Let the hands draw to prayer. Bow your head for a moment. Always be grateful that you're able to move your body, number one, and that we have this place to come together and practice. Lift your head, open your eyes. Namaste. Good job, ladies. Thanks for joining me. Thanks, Rima. Good job at home. And I'm gonna try, I know Monday's a holiday. Some of you are probably gonna be at the beach, but I'm gonna do Monday and Wednesday next week here in the backyard, and I'll run Zoom too.